guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be starting some of my spring vegetables indoors. So I'm going to be sowing some seeds. Now I'm really eager to plant something. You know, the excitement steps in the minute January comes around and you want to start planting things. And because we can't do it outdoor, most of us do it indoors. Now it's a real good thing to start seeds indoors, so when the spring comes around for you to plant outdoor, you have a real sizable plant, and that's the excitement for me. I'm gonna start some of my seeds indoors, so by the time that time comes around, I'm gonna have a sizable plant, and I'm also gonna be able to harvest like in a few weeks or months, depending on what I plant. So I'm not only sowing seeds for vegetables today. I'm gonna sow some herbs, I believe, some herb seeds. But I'm gonna show you guys everything that I'm actually gonna sow today. So some of the vegetables that I'm gonna be starting today is cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, and kale. Now, last year when I sowed some of my seeds, I sowed a lot of seeds. And sometimes I find that when I sow a lot of seeds, I'm wasting some of them. And when I say waste is like, well, you know what, I'll take that back. It's not necessarily wasting the seeds because most of the plants I gave to friends and family, you know, so they can actually, my neighbors, so they can actually plant something as well. But instead of sowing seeds for me and others, maybe what I can do this year, what I plan to do is just sow a few seeds. So for example, when I love kale, but when I sow kale, I normally use the whole pack. This time around, I'm not going to use the whole pack. I'm just going to sow a few seeds and hope that I get really good germination so that when I put my kale out there, I have at least, maybe let's say if I have 10 bundles of kale to put in the ground, that is good enough for me. You know, I don't want to sow, if the seed packet says, I don't know how many seeds are in here, but let's just say in this seed packet have about 50 seeds. I don't want to sow all 50 seeds and then I can only plant 20, you know what I mean? Because space, you have to cater for space for all these different things that you want to plant. And I spoke about it earlier in my videos. I don't want to like plant and cram all these different plants in there and it don't have enough space to grow. I want to be able to give my vegetables and my herbs and whatever else I plant enough space to grow versus cramming them all together. Okay, so I am going to show you guys what I got in front of me here. I already set up my seed starter mix and it's already set up for me. So all I got to do is basically put the seeds in there. So I'm going to pull the camera down so I can show you that. So here I have all my my pre-moistened soil set up in trays here. But what I'm going to do is remove one so I can work with one at a time. So let me see. I'm going to move this one and just pull this one. These are the trays that I'm going to be working with for my vegetables. Again, I have 4 different vegetables that I'm going to be sowing in these trays. I'm going to start with this one, which is the highest one right here. And I'm going to use these 4 packs, which I'm going to do cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, and kale. Or I can do it straight down this way. But let's see. I have 4 packs, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 cells. So that's how I'm going to do it so that I can label them properly. So the first thing I'm going to start with is my kale. Kale is a 55-day crop, but once you have that nice cool temperature out there, you can cut kale and it comes again. So let's see. These seeds are also really small. Ooh. These seeds are really small. Ooh. So what I'm gonna do is, since I'm gonna do kale in the beginning here, and when I sow these seeds, I'm not just gonna put one seed. I'm gonna make my holes and drop at least maybe 2 seeds in the holes. Because when these seeds come up, I can choose to leave them the way that they are. I can separate them. Yeah, I can use them the way they are or separate them. And more than likely, this is gonna plant outdoors in March. So I probably won't even have to like repot them up or anything like that. But I don't want to have too many seeds, you know, of one item, and I don't have space to put it. So right now we're putting blue kale. So it's blue curl kale. Let's make sure. Yeah. And we're going to put the date on them as well. I'm going to put that right there. So I know that I planted kale there, because trust me, you will forget really fast what you put there. So that's why I'm trying to mark it as I plant it. I can put the name in there. The next one I'm gonna add in there is cauliflower, and I'm gonna do the same thing for the cauliflower. When I plant cauliflower, I don't want to take it outside and then I don't have space for cauliflower. Each one of these things, you have to have the space for them. There's the one thing, don't waste your seeds, guys. Don't waste your seeds. Seeds are way too expensive right now. We're gonna write this one. With the date. Guys, I'm feeling so sleepy. You know, I just put 2023 on this. So I am changing the date. 2024. And here we go with the cabbage. I don't really have that great luck with cabbage. So I'm hoping this year I get better luck. Meaning it germinates pretty good. I get the germination and I take it outside and then it starts to grow. And then the cabbage flies just takes it all. You know? So let's hope this year I get some good luck. And then I'm gonna get aside this. And the last one I'm gonna put here is my broccoli. Guys, I feel really, really sleepy. I don't know if it's because outside is so cold or maybe I've done my duty already. Like the job is done. Like maybe I was supposed to come home and just relax and not do anything. Yeah, I dropped a few more seeds in here. And then we got here some broccoli. All right, so this tray is finished. The next one I'm gonna start is some herbs, and which would be considered vegetables as well. So there's herbs and some more veggies. So we have here, I have celery that I'm gonna be planting today. Chives, I'm gonna plant these or sow the seeds. Sage, I have basil, I have thyme, I have parsley, I have cilantro, and I have bunching onions. Now here's the thing about some of these vegetables and herbs. Most of the time, so my last frost date is in April. So basically I'm starting all these things like 10 or 11 weeks before my last frost date. I think about 10 weeks before my last frost date. But let's say if I plant bunching onions and before I am ready to even put this outdoor during the summer, because these are summer crops. Like, well, you know what, I take that back. These can grow in the spring. I totally forgot about that. These can grow in the spring. So one of the things that is a summer crop is thyme. But thyme takes a long time to germinate. And when it germinates, I can cut on it as much as I want once it has the growing temperature and everything in here. It's going to continue to do what it needs to do. So I can still cut in it. So I don't have a problem starting the seed this early, and it's indoors. Okay. Basil is another one. Basil, as long as it has the right growing temperatures, as long as while it's indoor, I can still keep cutting on it and it will be fine. Okay, I've done this before with basil. I never done it with thyme. I'll take that back. The thyme that I did it with is the ones that I bought from the grocery store. So I know you can keep it under the right temperature, growing temperature, and still cut on it, and it'll be fine. I've never started thyme from seed. This is the first time I'm going to start thyme from seed. Sage is another one. Sage takes a long time to germinate, and then when it comes up, the growing process of it, for me, is very slow. For some people, like, it might be faster, but chives is another one. Chives take a long time. I mean, last year I grew this in my garden and it literally barely come up. So this is one of the things that I want to start indoor, and hopefully I get the best of it. Celery, I planted this before as well, but I didn't get great germination from it. So I'm going to try this again very early, keeping in mind that everything that I'm starting, I do have the space for it indoors. I just have to make sure that my growing light conditions is consistent. Meaning it's getting enough lighting, it's getting enough water and everything to keep the process going. So all these things that I'm starting indoor, some of them I've done it before and some of them I haven't done it before. Now I do have some more containers that I'm going to put stuff in. So for celery for the celery, let's see, I think I'm going to put it in one of these larger pots. But let me see what I can put in these smaller ones. Let's see, because some of these you will have to transplant. So maybe I can put, you know what, I think I'm going to start with the bigger container first. So I'm going to ship this one and bring that one over. Okay, so just the way I have it set up here, this is how I'm going to plant it. I'm going to plant the celery right here, but I'm going to do more celery than I've done anything else, only because I want to be able to get more celery. So we're going to have 3 of these containers with celery. I don't know what I did with my little, oh, right here. We're going to use these 3 containers. And guys, celery seeds are so small. So small. So I'm going to be sowing possibly a lot of these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put, I'm going to make sure this go down and just add a little bit more soil on these seedlings, and I'm going to just sprinkle it to the top. Hopefully I get a lot of germination from this, and then I could, if I need to separate the seedlings, then I would do that. But I'm going to put a little bit more soil on top of this. When I'm done, I'm going to use my marking and put celery, so I know straight along here I have celery. Then over here, so although we love thyme, I don't want to grow 3 different containers of thyme, because I do have 1 plant outdoor, 1 or 2 plants outdoor, but it's different kinds of thyme. So, and these seeds are pretty. These are blue. So this is so easy to see. And what I'm going to do with this as well, I'm going to just make some holes and drop these little blue seeds. These are so pretty. Look at that. Just drop it in there. And I should get great germination from this. I'm gonna just drop a little bit more soil on top of it. I'm gonna put one mark in there. Then we're gonna move on to the sage. So I'm basically doing the same thing for every one of them. This is the sage seeds. They're brown, so it's a little easy to see on this one as well. So all I'm gonna do is make some holes and drop them in. And then I'm gonna put my tag right there. We're gonna do the same thing with the chives. Again, I'm basically doing the same thing for all of them. I'm just really taking my time so I can get this done properly. The seeds that I have left over, if I wanted to plant some of this like during the fall, like sow seeds, I can probably do that with some of these seeds and grow them on the grow light in my home. Sage. Now I'm gonna do basil. So because I'm using 3 pots for basil, I am gonna mark all 3 of these pots so that I don't mix them up. Now, some of them I drop more than 2 or 3 seeds in there. Once it comes up, I will just pinch it back so each plant have room to develop and get nice and big, okay? And I'm gonna put marking on all of these. So I got basil, basil, and basil. So we know that this is chives, this is sage, this is thyme, and all 3 of these is celery. And that is it for this tray as well. So I'm going to do work on one more tray and then we're going to close this video out because I know it's getting way too long. In this tray, I'm going to put my parsley, cilantro, and my green buncheon onions. Okay guys, so my seeds are finished. I am finished. I am gonna put these under my grow light. I'm gonna get my spray bottle and just put a little bit more spray of water on them, just so they feel like, you know, they're being watered on the top. Some of them I'm gonna put the dome cover on them, and some of them I'm possibly gonna put the heated mat under them. I only have one heated mat, so I think I'm gonna use the heated mat under the ones that don't have the cover, and that's how I'm gonna play this through. But I am gonna keep you guys posted with all the germination and everything that is going on with these seeds. This is gonna be it for me today. I'm gonna close out this video. I feel so sleepy and tired, and I don't know why, but I think I'm gonna just wrap everything up. I gotta clean in here because I created a little bit of mess, so I'm gonna clean it up. But anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Hope you guys get a chance to do something amazing, something beautiful, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye for now.